Royal romance in full bloom, the joy-filled life of King Frederik and Queen Mary. Welcome to B News. What if I told you that one of the world's most enchanting royal love stories began not in a palace, but in a crowded pub half a world away from Denmark's cobblestone streets? What if the fairy tale romance of King Frederik X and Queen Mary wasn't just a glossy royal photo spread, but a story filled with twists, challenges, cultural leaps, and deeply human moments that could rival the most romantic film ever made? Today, we're diving deep into the joy-filled life of Denmark's royal couple, a union that has captured hearts from Copenhagen to Canberra, and the remarkable journey that took them from a chance meeting to the pinnacle of royal responsibility. But before we take you into the heart of this royal romance, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to B News, and turn on notifications, so you never miss an exclusive look into the world's most fascinating stories. Your support keeps us bringing you the stories that matter, and the ones you can't stop talking about. It's January 2000, and Sydney is alive with the energy of the Summer Olympics. The air is electric, and the world's eyes are on Australia. Among the thousands of visitors who have flocked to the city is a young Danish crown prince, Frederik, heir to the throne, but on this night, he's not wearing a sash or crown. He's in casual clothes, surrounded by friends, enjoying the anonymity that comes with being far from home. In the bustling slip-in bar, fate intervenes. Across the room is Mary Donaldson, a 28-year-old advertising executive with no idea that the man she's about to meet will one day be her husband, and king. Their introduction is unremarkable at first, a handshake, a polite smile, and the kind of small talk strangers exchange in noisy pubs. But as the minutes pass, there's a spark, an ease of conversation that feels different. Neither of them knows it yet, but this meeting will alter the course of both their lives, and, in time, the history of Denmark. From that moment, a romance quietly began to unfold, crossing continents and cultures. For months, they kept in touch through phone calls, emails, and discreet visits. Frederik returned to Australia under the radar, and Mary visited Denmark, getting her first taste of life in the public eye. In those early days, the relationship was a delicate balance between privacy and inevitability. Every couple faces questions about compatibility, but for Frederik and Mary, the stakes were amplified. Could an Australian commoner truly fit into the traditions and expectations of one of Europe's oldest monarchies? Could Frederik persuade his family, his nation, and perhaps even himself that love, not protocol, should guide his choice of a life partner? For Mary, the question was equally daunting. Could she imagine leaving her career, her homeland, and her familiar way of life to enter a world where every word, gesture, and outfit would be scrutinized by millions? These were not small considerations, yet the bond between them only grew stronger. When their engagement was announced in October 2003, the Danish public's reaction was overwhelmingly positive. Mary's poise, intelligence, and warmth quickly endeared her to the people. She was no stranger to hard work, and her dedication to learning Danish, a notoriously difficult language, was seen as a sign of respect and commitment to her new home. In her first public speeches, she spoke in Danish, a gesture that resonated deeply with the nation. The wedding, held on May 14, 2004, in Copenhagen's cathedral, was a moment of joy and national pride. Crowds filled the streets, waving flags, while millions watched on television. Mary's dress, designed by Danish designer F. Frank, was both elegant and symbolic, blending Australian and Danish elements. The couple's first kiss as husband and wife on the cathedral steps was met with thunderous applause, the kind of cinematic moment that cements a love story in the public imagination. Over the years, Frederik and Mary built not just a marriage, but a partnership rooted in shared values and mutual respect. They became parents to 4 children, Prince Christian, Princess Isabella, and twins Prince Vincent and Princess Josephine, each adding new dimensions to their public and private lives. Parenthood brought its own set of challenges, especially in the royal spotlight. Yet, the couple appeared to navigate these with grace, often photographed enjoying family moments, whether skiing in Switzerland or cycling through Copenhagen. These glimpses into their personal life humanized them, making them relatable to ordinary families. Their approach to parenting was notably modern, blending royal tradition with an emphasis on normal childhood experiences. As the years passed, Mary's role within the royal family expanded significantly. She championed numerous causes, from mental health awareness to social inclusion, and became a respected voice on issues affecting women and children worldwide. Her work often took her far from Denmark, but she remained deeply connected to her adopted homeland. Frederik, meanwhile, continued his duties as crown prince, representing Denmark abroad and preparing for the day he would ascend the throne. The couple's shared commitment to service and their ability to present a united front in public cemented their image as a stable, loving, and hard-working royal team. Then came January 14, 2024, a day that would mark the most significant turning point in their lives. Queen Margrethe II, Denmark's beloved monarch for over 5 decades, announced her abdication in her New Year's Eve speech just weeks earlier. At 83, she had decided to step aside, making way for the next generation. The news shocked the nation, as abdications are rare in Danish history. On that cold January day, the streets of Copenhagen were lined with well-wishers, and the air buzzed with a mix of nostalgia and anticipation. As the formal proclamation was made from the balcony of Christiansborg Palace, Frederik became King Frederik X, and Mary became Queen Mary. Their expressions in that moment, a blend of solemnity, joy, and resolve, captured the magnitude of the occasion. The transition was both ceremonial and deeply personal. For Frederik, it meant stepping fully into the role he had been preparing for his entire life. For Mary, it meant embracing the responsibilities and scrutiny that come with being queen consort. In the days following their ascension, their schedules were packed with appearances, meetings, and ceremonial duties. Yet, amidst the formality, they made time to connect with the public, shaking hands, accepting flowers, and listening to the people's hopes for the future. It was a reminder that, at its heart, monarchy is about service, a principle both Frederik and Mary have consistently embodied. The coronation events were not just about pomp and tradition. They were a reflection of the couple's personal values. Music, speeches, and symbolic gestures highlighted themes of unity, inclusivity, and forward-thinking leadership. Observers noted how Frederik and Mary seemed determined to modernize the monarchy's image without abandoning its rich heritage. Their approach was seen as a bridge between the past and the future, respecting tradition while acknowledging the evolving role of royalty in the 21st century. Even in the months that followed, the fairy tale image of their love story continued to inspire. Their public appearances, whether attending state banquets, visiting hospitals, or supporting environmental initiatives, were marked by visible warmth and genuine partnership. The way they looked at each other, even in formal settings, spoke volumes about the bond they share. It's rare in royal history to see a couple whose personal affection so seamlessly complements their professional responsibilities. Today, more than 2 decades after that chance meeting in a Sydney bar, King Frederik X and Queen Mary stand as one of the most admired royal couples in the world. Their story is not just about love and duty, but about the courage to embrace change, the resilience to face challenges, and the wisdom to balance tradition with progress. As they continue their reign, they carry with them the lessons of their shared journey, lessons rooted in respect, understanding, and a belief that love can indeed change the course of history. And so, we are left with a question for you, our viewers. In an age where many question the relevance of monarchy, does the enduring love and modern approach of King Frederik X and Queen Mary prove that royal traditions can still inspire? Share your thoughts in the comments, we'd love to hear your perspective.